You are now listening to a member of the Disney Podcast family. Head over to Disney Podcast Family on Instagram to see all the latest posts for this show and links to other great Disney podcasts.
Hiya! How you doing?
I'm walking right down the middle of Main Street, USA. It's the heart of America, the heartbeat of a holiday. The place was made with a magical plan, and just around the corner is a fantasy land. I'm walking right down the middle of Main Street, USA.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Main Street View, brought to you by, bless you, brought to you by Walt's Apartment Podcast.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought I turned it over. My bad. I muted my. I thought I turned my thing down. My bad.
No, I say we keep it. That's the deep dive. That's the behind the stuff you don't get to hear. We're not pitch perfect here. Welcome to Main Street Views. We're yes, exactly. So we are going to be yes. So we are diving deep into the Disney 100, but we're going to do it a little bit different, a little bit more fun. We have created our top 10s of top 10, so to say, ranging from characters to live action to animated films to collectibles and all things to create a top 10. I am joined here by my co-host, Sean. Sean, how are you doing today?
I'm good, man. How are you? I just literally got home from work like 15 minutes ago and was eating while we were waiting for you to get here. So I'm glad you were a few minutes late, so I had time to finish eating. So thank you.
Nice. What'd you have?
Dairy Queen chili dogs.
Nice. I'm a Winter Central kind of guy, but Dairy Queen's a close second. And then it wouldn't be a good top 10 if we couldn't debate a top 10. And one of our top two debaters is in the house with us. Cole,
Woo!
How are you doing today?
I am so good. I am so excited. I'm so honored that you invited me on for tonight. And I think I'm most excited because each person is so different, like all three of us. And so I cannot wait. Like I literally have been thinking about this for 2 days. I'm so excited.
So there was a top 10 that almost made this list. So it's an honorable mention at this point. It was going to be Bob Paycheck's top 10 mistakes. But I was like, let's have some fun. We're celebrating the 100 years of wonder, not the 100 years of we want to forget. So with that, our categories, we got characters, animated films, attractions, live action films, collectibles, and events. Events for me was the hardest. Which one was the hardest for you?
Go ahead, Cole.
So I think events was the hardest, but I went with events. Let's just keep it at that until we kind of showcase.
Okay.
I wasn't sure what you meant by events, so I might be way off here with what you, which is like Nicole said, we're three completely different people. So I think our interpretation, because there wasn't like a lot of like it's this or that thing. So I think it's going to be completely like that's your event, or So yeah,
absolutely. So the idea for this show was something completely different. It was supposed to have less topics, but our entire main crew. But then I was like, no, let's keep Main Street View something unique, something fresh that the viewers don't listen to. So it was like 3:00 in the morning. I'm sitting there on YouTube and I'm watching one of the videos of 100 Years of Wonder. And I'm like, you know what? This can be fun if we go down the drain of trying to find the odds and ends that no one creates a top 10 for. Sure. So some of these are, some of these aren't. And when we get started with these, so what we're going to do with these is we'll go one for one around. But if I share something that says, hey, Disneyland's my number 2, and Sean and Cole, you guys have it on your list, whether it's your 5th, your 6th, we'll talk about it all right then and there. We'll just say, hey, I had Disneyland as well, but it's in 6. So that way we're not coming back to the same topic and talking about Disneyland 3 times.
Love it.
So if it's the same name or the same title, we'll all talk about it. If not, we'll give about a 30-second to a 60-second spiel on why it's there. And let us know, was it hard? Was it easy? Did you know that was your number 1? And then if you have an honorable mention, share it. So we're going to start off with characters, I believe is what our starting point is.
I want to say something just really fast because I thought it was funny. I thought that, like, The Secret, I thought that was a topic. So I thought, like, when you listed it, I thought saying, like nuggets, like hidden Mickeys or garbage can knowledge or, like, working water on the treehouse or, like, so I was like, I can only find 5. I can't get 10. I'm not knowledgeable.
And then I said, no, it's a secret list he has. She goes, oh.
Yeah.
I was like, no, you dumbass.
Yeah, so at the end of the show, I got a secret top 10 that I'm going to throw out to you guys on the fly and see what top 10s come to mind.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so characters. We'll start with 10 going down to our number 1. Cole, since you are our guest, we'll start with you. Who's your number 10 ranked character out of your top 10?
My lowest, my number 10.
Yeah, we're going to start with 10 and work our way to our number 1.
Okay, Jafar.
Oh, wow.
Jafar?
Jafar's your
of top 10 characters?
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious why. That's a very out of left field pick.
I think I like his body language. I don't really have a character reference from him, but he's always, like, been like an intriguing, like, villain for Emma and I. So Jafar would be one of my number 10.
All right.
All right.
I can't say he made
stumping the boys tonight.
Jafar off the bat,
I can't say he didn't even make my top 20. He wasn't even on the buffet line.
I didn't even think about Jafar. Who thinks about Jafar? Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Sean, who's your number 10?
Minnie Mouse.
All the time. Mickey Mouse?
Minnie Mouse.
Oh, I was like, Mickey Mouse.
No.
All right.
Yeah, Minnie Mouse.
Oh, man.
She's the queen. But she's Minnie.
I'm looking at my list, and I feel bad for all the Fab Five. Because none of them made my list.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
So my number 10, me and Cole are kind of on the same wavelength. I wouldn't have gone Jafar, but I went villain, and I got Oogie Boogie. Oogie Boogie, top 10.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's crazy because you think of Nightmare and you think it's like, it's Disney, but it almost feels like it's off to the side Disney. It's not traditional Disney animation. It's not Pixar and Disney. And Oogie Boogie, there's other characters in that film, but I feel like Oogie Boogie, outside of Jack, just kind of symbolizes that film. You see Oogie Boogie, Nightmare Before Christmas. So for me, top 10 in my book is Oogie Boogie.
All right. That's a good one. Love it.
All right. Do we want to go in the same circle or do we want to bob back and weave?
Ladies first.
All right, Cole. Who's your number 9?
Marianne from Robin Hood.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Is it I think Marion? Lady Marion from Robin Hood, the girl fox?
Top 10 characters?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you on the right show? No, I'm just kidding.
Yes. Google it.
No, I know it is. I'm caught off guard. Like, you ordered celery at an ice cream bar. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm digging it. I'm liking the list. All right, Sean.
Wait, because my list gets even more weird. Like,
all right.
It's all good.
My number 9 is M'Baku from Black Panther.
Oh,
I just love that guy. I just love him. He's great. He's funny. He was great in Wakanda Forever. His one-liners, his attitude, So I went with.
With my characters, I was really trying to use the umbrella of Disney, but being such the Disney enthusiast, I stayed for the most part in the Disney lane. And my number 9 Again, same wavelength, weird, but my number 9 is Little John from Robin Hood.
Wow!
Yes.
We totally did it. Number 9.
Now, there is a story behind him and my number 1, but I'll leave that for my number 1.
Wait. Okay. Oh my gosh, so good. Okay, so my number 8 is Flower from Bambi.
That's a solid one. I'll give you that. Flower's a solid one.
Because I don't know if it was a boy or girl. They were very selfless when they thought, like Bambi thought that it was a flower, and so they were like, "You can call me Flower," and it was just like so selfless, and I feel that sometimes like just putting it out there, like, "Oh no, it's fine. You can call me Flower. Like whatever works, whatever floats your boat." So yeah, that's my number 8 is Flower.
That's
okay.
Okay. Mine are so vanilla compared to all of your guys' choices so far. My number 8 is Chewbacca because he's awesome.
Oh, that's solid.
Yeah.
A little more mainstream.
I think all of mine are actually. None of mine are like, holy shit, you said that? No, it's just Chewbacca. Yeah.
It's okay because I was really battling on my list too. I was like, gosh, there's so many solid characters out there. And I was like, how do I do this? So, but my number 8 is this was probably my most unique one to the list. My number 8 was Wall-E.
Yeah.
Sean's favorite. That's his number 1.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. You all know.
So, Wall-E, I mean, the reason I chose Wall-E for number 8, I mean, he was one that was like, so what I did was I made a list of like 20 and picked 10 out of there. Like, all right, these are 20 that I know I love. How do I do that? Wall-E almost didn't make it, and then he made it up the list a little more. Dude, Wall-E has no words, and he's such an iconic character. So I was like, dude, he's got to be in the top 10.
So we went 9 characters so far, and we haven't picked the same. We haven't agreed on anything in our list. This totally proves your point, Cole, that we are 3 very different people.
So good, right?
Absolutely.
So good.
So now we're at number 7, right?
We're on number 7.
Baloo from Jungle Book.
He's got to be on Lewis's list.
He is.
Yeah.
Heck yes.
So, all right. So
why is Baloo your favorite? Like, how did Baloo make your list?
So Baloo did not only make, Baloo did not only make my list. Baloo is number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Baloo is my character. Like that there.
I kind of figured that.
I love that character. The whole no worries, just vibing with music and like, hey, let's have a good time. I got the nickname in high school was Baloo, and I got a stuffed animal. It's at work awesome. Actually. That's but awesome. Yeah, Baloo is my number 1. Yeah, and that's why Little John's my number 9 because Little John was the same. A lot of the scenes were the same art pieces, just recolored. And Phil Harris, who voiced Baloo, voiced Little John as well.
Yeah,
that is so awesome. Solid.
Baloo is my character. That's number 1. Dang, if they play Battleships, you just sunk me. There's no more anticipation on my list.
So
sorry, Baloo is my favorite for that reason as well. But like, have no worries. But also the way that he educated those around him, like to whether it's like how to stay safe or about the napping or hold on, I'm just speaking. Okay, are you okay? Okay. So just that whole situation with him and the way that he brought it to life, and teaching and keeping him safe, and the nap, like laying in the water with his like big old belly, and then like his way of dancing. I don't know. Maybe he should have been my number 1 because I got like really warm and fuzzy talking about him. Yeah. But solid.
Cool.
Sean, who's your number 7?
Number 7 was Black Panther.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's because he's the badass. He's the king, I like him.
Dude, you said you
a lot of real people.
What's that?
You said like your list was very vanilla, but I feel like it's just really real. Like I'm sitting here like, dude, you pick some. Like if this is a football team, it's like the Little Giants. Giants, Cowboys right now. Like that's a solid pick.
Yeah, thanks.
Solid.
Thanks.
I don't even want to mention my number 7. He's a rad character, but he's nowhere. He's not Baloo or Black Panther. My number 7 is Oswald.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Oswald.
Yeah.
He was higher on the list, but there's a few other up there that I was like, nah, Oswald, you're not beating them. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
So Oswald's my number 7.
That's a good pick.
That was another one I didn't. Yeah. Okay. So we're on
6.
4, 5. Okay, 6. Excuse me. My number 6 is Woody.
Oh, shit. I didn't even think about Woody.
Yeah, and I feel like I can relate to Woody because he's super, like, he has so much anxiety. He wants to make things perfect for this child. He is rounding up the toys to make sure that, like, their parts are in order and, like, they're safe, and just he's, like, coordinating. And then he's a worrywart. And I feel that, like, I feel that as well. So I went with, like, attachment, I think, with all my characters. But, yeah, Woody would be my solid 6.
That is a really good answer.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that. Mine is Donald Duck. It's because he's Donald Duck, because he's cool and he's an antagonist, and he's that guy. He just kind of feels like, he's Donald. He's kind of jealous of Mickey, and and he wants to be that guy, and I love him. Donald's cool.
Dude, Donald is rad. Donald and Goofy were the only two of the Fab Five that were in my 20 list, but they didn't make my list. But Donald is rad. Donald and Goofy, I feel like when there's a certain age group, when you're a kid, Mickey and Minnie are them. But when you become teenager and adult, all of a sudden Donald and Goofy are like, let's go. And they just steal your heart. And then if you're way off to the left, you're Chip and Dale. But Goofy and Donald are solid. That Donald one is cool. Damn, I wish I would have had it.
Dale was a hard, like, I
thought about Chip and Dale as well, too.
I really, struggled not putting them on my list as a pair.
Woody. Yeah.
See, when I built my list, was like, all right, what kind of merch would I buy? What kind of pins do I collect? Who's those characters that I hunt for? That's how I built my list. Yeah. And my number 6, and this one I'm being a little biased because I've been listening to the songs lately, is Powerline from the Goofy movie.
That's a good one. That's
Sean has some awesome Powerline socks.
I do. I really do.
Yeah, that Powerline. We've been listening to Eye to Eye and Stand Out for the last 72 hours on the
repeat. That's our theme song to our podcast. So
yeah, it started that day when I told you. I was like, dude, are we re-recording? And that song Eye to Eye has just been on repeat. So Powerline is mine.
With Eye to Eye, have you ever listened to the slow version on TikTok of the guy singing that song slow? It's like the best love song ever. If you actually listen to the words and the words, it's a love song.
Amazing. But I've never listened to slow. I'm gonna check that out.
And now we need to do.
Or just deep dive the words, and it's like, holy crap, this is a complete love song. It could be like a wedding song. That's how good it is, honestly. If it was sang slower.
Another song that's like that. That's a detour a little bit, but "He Lives in You" from Lion King.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so
I love the words to that song.
Yep.
So good.
All right, we're at the halfway point.
Top 5.
5. Cole, top 5. Here we go.
Tinkerbell is my number 5. She's feisty. She's super feisty. And she's super jealous. Although I'm not really jealous, but she's feisty. And
that blows my mind that it's that low.
Make people fly. Like, she literally has the pixie dust to make you fly. Like, how amazing is that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That shocks me. That's that low for you.
Huh?
That shocks me. That she was that low for you. I thought she'd be your number 1. Actually, I probably know your number 1 too. But
no, you guys already know my number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But dang, that's a good one.
I don't think I do.
Yeah, you do. When I say it, you're gonna be like, yes.
Oh God, you don't know those? Come on.
Yeah, you
Maybe
do.
I know.
You do.
I could probably
It'll be
guess
good.
number 2 as well. I might be able to guess number 2 as well. But I honestly thought Tinkerbell, but Tinkerbell's awesome.
I have a Tinkerbell tattoo. So, yeah. Okay, number 5. Let's go.
Number 5 is Goofy. Because he's goofy.
Fab
He's
5.
Max. Oh yeah, I hit Fab. Like I said, I got 4 of the 5. So.
In your top 5? Oh no, because Donald Duck was
in my top 10. I have 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, Goofy.
Solid.
He's Goofy. He's just awesome. Is he a dog? Is he a cow? What is he? Who knows? He's Goofy. We love him. I love him. The Goofy movie is one of my favorite Disney movies, which is not on my list, which I have to go read. I changed my list because I didn't even think about that at the time, but.
Do better, yo. Do better.
I can remove one pretty easily, so this is easy.
It's funny because I'm sitting looking at some of my list for the ones we haven't gone. I'm like, I could change that right now. Nobody would know.
Yeah.
There's a few that I was like, oh.
All right, so my number 5 is Dr. Facilier.
Oh, that's a good one.
The Shadow Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you changing shit right now, Sean?
I'm changing my movie, yeah, because I didn't put the Goofy movie in there.
Look at him being honest.
I am not lying, yeah. Well, you called me out on it, so how am I supposed to lie? Lewis is
All
too.
right.
Look at, he's ready
Let's
too.
go. Lewis is like, me too, yo.
All right. So top 4.
Clarabelle.
Clarabelle? Clarabelle the cow?
Yes.
What?
Yeah. Yep.
Don't you know who Clarabelle is?
I know who Clarabelle is. I'm thinking about all the disrespect to the real characters that got left off this list because Clarabelle made it. I feel like
Wow.
my bad.
Damn.
She just like has this spirit about her. She's so chipper. Just keep on going, keep on dancing. My favorite shirt is of her, and it says "Keep on dancing." Yeah.
I'm really clueless on who your number 1 is at this point.
Oh, I can tell
No,
you
you're
now.
not. No,
I feel
you're
like
not.
you're gonna drop like Orange Bird or something like that. Like what?
Orange Bird did not make the list.
What?
Yeah. I got it all written, and then I remembered him, and I was like, I gotta stay true. I can't break it.
I changed shit around the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, okay, I'll wait till we go before we name our number 1.
Damn.
So,
can I try
Sean,
to guess
who's
your
your
number 1 when we get to that point?
yeah,
Can you
guess
announce my number 1?
Can I guess it?
Yeah, you guys need to guess it.
Okay. My number 4 is Iron Man. Iron Man / Tony Stark. The whole character vibe of Iron Man and just the cockiness, the attitude is all there. So.
My number 4 was Rafiki.
Oh, you follow Rafiki. He know the way.
Yep, the past can hurt.
Yeah, buddy.
Yep, that's my number. When I watched Lion King, Timon and Pumbaa have one line where they're like, "You don't want to talk about it? No, I don't want to talk about it. Good. We don't want to hear about it." And that makes me laugh. But every time Rafiki's on there, as an adult, when I was a kid, I was like, this character's boring. But as an adult, I find myself laughing every time he's on the screen because I realize, like, dude, he's spitting real in a very sarcastic way, and you want to hate him.
Yep.
But as an adult, you just understand why, dude, he's not wrong.
You're like, because you know what? We really don't want to hear about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Solid.
Stupid monkey and a stick.
Stupid monkey.
So are we in our top 3 now?
Yeah, top 3.
Okay.
Hold on, before we name top 3, I should have named this at the top of it. Give me 2 honorable mentions that you would have put on your list, but you did not put on your list.
Zero and Orange Bird.
Zero and Orange Bird. Okay. All right, Sean.
I'm going to say Max.
Oh, it's a good one.
And I'm going to count Chippendale as one person. So Chippendale.
Yeah, that's fair.
So.
That's fair.
Mine is Figment. And I didn't put Figment on there because I enjoy everything. No, not because of Sam. I've never been to Walt Disney World, so I've never gotten to experience that character. I love the artistic look of the character. I love the YouTube stuff I've seen him, but I've never actually witnessed him, so therefore he didn't make my list. And then my second honorable mention is the most gangsterous princess of all of Disney, gets no credit, and that is Alice.
Oh, all right.
Solid.
Yep, she's a princess for anybody who wants to doubt that. I'm just saying.
That's fair.
I'm gonna doubt it.
We don't doubt it.
Doubt
Top 3.
All right. Guys ready? Drum roll.
You were seeing.
Daisy Duck is my number 3.
Okay, that's a good one.
She's feisty. She's fun.
And I
She's
see that.
Daisy Duck.
I get that.
Oh, I thought you said Daffy Duck because it cut out.
Oh, Daisy Duck. She's fun. She lifts you up. So when you're interacting with her or on the cartoon, it's just so good. So Daisy Duck, number 3.
That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. So it's my number 3.
Number 3.
Yes.
Oh, wrong side. Deadpool.
I think I know where we're going. Number 1 now.
You know, Nicole talks about relating to a character. I relate to Deadpool. He's a smart ass, kind of cocky, kind of speaks his mind, which I've done a lot more this past year, I think, than I ever have before. And I've kind of put myself out there and just said things the way I feel. I mean,
yes.
I mean, Deadpool's the shit. So, and I think you're going to be wrong, I think, with who number 1 is, but that's okay. But you guys kind of probably have an idea of who 1 and 2 are, but yeah, Deadpool for me is number 3. And it was a toss-up between Deadpool and my number 2. Number 1 was easy. But,
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming I know the 1 and 2. I'm assuming.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming I know your 1 and 2 as well, so we can see if we can guess both of those.
Oh my gosh,
So
this is so fun.
Yeah.
You guys already know my number 1.
We do.
I don't think either one of you guys would guess my number 2. But my number 3 is one of the coolest cats around, and that is Roger Rabbit.
Yes.
That's the Toontown connection.
Yep, that is Mr. Patty Cake himself.
Mr. Patty.
Is Jessica your number 2?
Nah, Jessica's trash. Take her out of here.
Roger Rabbit's a badass, let's be honest. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
For sure. So, for you, Lewis, since we know you're 1, do you need to tell us like another one right now to get caught up with us? Or are you missing
No, what
one?
I'll do is when we go around for a second, I'll name my number 1 again,
Okay.
and then I'll leave my number 2 as my number 2, but I'll share it as the last one.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Beautiful. So we're at top 2
right.
now, right?
Top 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I try to guess?
Maleficent.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, I said it.
No, that was it.
Who?
That was it.
Maleficent.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
There's some that never mind. I'm not gonna say it. There's some that makes sense, but never mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maleficent. I feel.
And you don't know what number 1 is yet, Lewis?
I feel that she
No.
isn't kind of like how I feel about Wanda, right? Like
What's that?
Wanda, I don't feel is a villain, and I feel like Maleficent isn't a villain either.
Mhm.
Like if you know her backstory and do
Yep.
like a character deep dive. My daughter also played Maleficent in a ballet, and my daughter killed it on her point shoes. So good.
That was my
something
guess.
else. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, she wasn't on point yet, but anyways,
Yeah.
Maleficent, number 2.
All right. Who's my number 2?
Considering I'm gonna take a guess and say Wanda's your number 2, and the reason I say Wanda is because I feel like you're gonna hit us with some traditional Walt line. It all started with a mouse, so the mouse is first. So I'm gonna go Wanda.
I agree with Big L.
Well, you are both 100% correct. When I made this list, Mickey was number 1 no matter what. Like I said, Mickey, I mean, you know my number 1 now too. Mickey's number 1, obviously. I mean, I have a tattoo of Mickey Mouse on my arm. But like you said, it all started with Mickey Mouse. It all started with the mouse. He's the guy. He's the big cheese. And then number 2, Wanda, because it's Wanda.
I mean, we all know Wanda.
We all know Wanda. But But honestly, I went back and forth between Deadpool and Scarlet Witch. I really like Deadpool that much. He's Deadpool socks too. Just, Deadpool and Powerline socks. But
dang.
Yeah. So you guys know my one, my 2 and 1. But yes, what's your number 2, Lou?
So my number 2, since you gave away your 2 and 1, I'll do mine. My number 2, and I don't know why he's number 2, but I really like the look of this character, the sound of this character. I like that he's just a melting pot of who the hell knows what, and that's Bing Bong from Inside Out.
What?
I love the
I
look
would
of
have
that
not
character.
thought number 2 though.
He's an elephant. He's not an elephant. Dude, every time I see him on the movie, I'm like, dude, that character, that's some real animation creator development. He's cotton candy. He's an elephant. He's a dolphin. Like, that's some real imagination stuff right there.
Yeah.
Like, that character embodies what a Disney character should be.
So good.
Perfect. So,
Like the movie Inside Out?
I enjoy it. I enjoy Bing Bong's parts better, and I enjoy sadness, or not sadness. I enjoy fear, anger, and disgust when they're in there without joy and sadness. Joy and sadness, working in the mental health field, and there's too many similarities, and I watch it with that mental health vibe. But disgust, anger, and fear, them up there, where he's like, "Oh, I'm out of here," like that makes me laugh. But there's a lot of story flaws in there that I'm like, I can't live past. So, but we'll deep dive Inside Out later on because there's a lot of story flaws that really
I would love part of that because that actually made one of my top animated films. Inside Out, I feel, yes, and I love the character Joy, although I agree with the flaws. If I were to, yes, we could go off on a tangent, so we'll just end there.
This show's going to take hours. I can already see that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm keeping us going.
You're fine,
it's okay.
You're fine.
We might have to be like Harry Potter and drop part 1, part 2.
We might have to because we got 5 more categories still.
All good. It's all good.
Oh, okay. So can I guess Nicole's
okay, my number 1.
I mean, do we?
Yeah, you take a shot first because I think I'm thinking too hard on this.
I know this.
Oh, okay.
Too big L. You know this.
Practically perfect in every way. Mary freaking Poppins.
Oh no, I wasn't guessing that.
All day long.
Mary Poppins.
All right.
And if I
love her. She is magical. She is like me and carries everything in her purse and she's ready for everything. She brings imagination to all parts of life. She can take a park day. I remember I was poor as all heck one summer and couldn't do anything with my kids. And so I took them on a park tour every day and we packed a lunch. And we went to different parks in our community. And that is the summer that they remember the most. And I got that stems from Mary Poppins.
Okay. And all I could think of was when we did the podcast meetup back in September, and Fast Passes were taking care of everything. Like I could see it now. Like if we would have been giggling out of frantic, he would have stopped us on it. So when we did our podcast meetup, I could just see it now. Check the mic lines, all that stuff. Oh man.
So before we go on to the next category, I have a question for all of you. Lewis, what's your biggest shock of who said if you thought someone would say someone for sure?
Wait, repeat that one more time.
So is there someone that you're shocked wasn't mentioned by one of us?
For you, yes. I was thinking especially with the original Disney stuff, I was thinking we were going to get a little bit more OG Disney characters. Mm-hmm. Mickey, I thought we'd have got Steamboat Mickey. Yeah. Stuff like that. For Nicole, before we started, I would have took some guess. But when she dropped number 10 with Jafar, threw me right out the window. I was done. Sure. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. It was like Bob Chapek coming in to run Disney. I thought everything was off the rails. It was gone after that. I heard Clarabelle and Tinkerbell on the same list. That's the type of list you see back in the 90s when people burned CDs and you didn't know what was going to be on there. That was an epic list.
Yeah. I was with Lewis, I was kind of shocked you didn't mention more people from the Jungle Book, because I know that's one of your favorite movies. So I thought you didn't mention someone else from the Jungle Book. So, and from Nicole, when I first met Nicole, when we talked, she said, there's one thing I want to be. I want to be the fairy godmother when I grow up. And it's not on your list. That I was thinking it was number 2, solid number 2. Mary Poppins number 1, obviously, but where, Nicole, why is she not there?
Forget about, I do want to be the fairy godmother when I grow up. Yeah. Yeah. Tooth Fairy is my favorite job. Yeah.
What do you mean? Tooth Fairy. What do you mean? It's your job? You're the Tooth Fairy? All right.
But I threw Jungle Book some love in one of our other categories. So,
Cole, were you shocked by anyone that someone didn't mention anyone?
I actually thought I would get, again, more classic. You went with a lot more of like real characters from film versus like animated. And no, Big L, like Bing Bong threw me off.
Bing Bong that high threw me off. I know I could see Bing Bong on his list, but not number 2. I was kind of, whoa.
And I knew he loved Jungle Book, but I really enjoyed having that connection with you, that like it was the same character. I think that was the only one that we had, that out of all of us, that we had in common was
that's
Baloo.
crazy. That's shocking. 30 different things.
Like I didn't even put Mickey Mouse. Neither did you.
Yeah. What's next category, Lou?
All right, next category is animated films.
Okay.
Yes.
So mine, I may be a little slower on this because I went through and just typed in a bunch of films that I love and then deleted some, and then went through and punched numbers 1 through 10. So like my 10 is actually technically in the 5th spot, just because I didn't really pay attention to how I was doing this. This was the first category I wrote out. So how do we want to keep the same rotation, or do we want to?
You start us off. Let's go backwards. Big L, you start, then Sean, then me.
Okay.
All right. So my number 10 animated film is Onward.
Really?
That's a solid movie.
I love Onward. I love the semi plot twist. I love the brother connection. Not only that, I mean, kind of going back to Goofy movie, it's one of those movies that Disney plays to a dad role in a little bit. And I love the ending. The ending really hits for me, where it's like he worked that hard to see his dad and he still sacrificed to help his brother. Like overall, and it was a good story. Good story, great characters, and memorable scenes. And like Onward for me was just a great film. When that came out at the beginning of the pandemic, I was in love with that movie. We watched
that
it.
Was a good.
Onward. Onward was really good. So
Sean, what's your number 10?
My number 10 is Toy Story 2.
Oh, okay. That's
all right.
One. Yeah.
I have a Toy Story on my list as well.
Oh, nice. I had Toy Story 1 on here, but that was removed earlier today for other stuff. But Toy Story 2, I think was it was a good movie. It was fun, and you met more characters. You met Jesse and Bullseye and characters that stayed in the other movies, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah, solid.
How about you, Cole?
My number 10 is Big Hero 6.
Okay.
That's a sleeper. That's a really good movie, but that's one that gets very often slept on.
So, yes, say that it keeps attention. However, my son has a deathly peanut allergy, and it was such a connection how Big Hero 6 came to be and wanted to save this boy. So that's where the connection is.
There you go. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Oh, it's on me again.
Yeah, number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9. This movie right here, it bounced around on my list. It was high top 5. Then it was like low 10s. Then it dropped off the list, and I was like, no, I can't do that. And that's Coco.
That's my number 2. What do you mean that dropped off your list?
Number 2? All right, I mean, that's a little aggressive on my watch,
No,
but it had to make top 10.
I have reasons for that when we get to it. So I have reasons why it's an important movie to me. So that's
well, no, since we're locked in on that, go ahead and share.
Well, my grandson Ryan, who, I'll just say my grandson Ryan. I won't get into too much about that, but just we would watch that constantly. And then, like at the very end, when he's singing to Mama Coco, and then she's like mumbling. He didn't start speaking until he was like 3, and like he would just he would sing that part, and that movie to me is that's why.
So good
for Ryan. That's why. So
that's rad. I mean, for me, I don't have anything that close, but I love the plot twist. Like they made you really believe that Ernesto de la Cruz was his grandpa. Then you're like, wait, hold on. The plot twist in that animated movie, the graphics, the storyline, the music, like
it's a beautiful movie.
It's a perfect start to finish film. And for me, Coco's number 9. It was higher up, but then I had to go back to my roots, and some other stuff pushed it up.
Cole, Coco's not on your list?
No,
it is. It's my number 9.
No,
Cole.
No. Okay.
No.
All right.
I know.
So
and that's a solid one for me. I have attachment to that one as well.
So I do my number 9 now, right?
You do your number 9.
Yes.
Yep.
My number 9 is Lady in the Tramp.
Oh, that's a good one. I thought about that one too.
It's just a good movie. It's cute. It's fun. Same, it's just cool. I think that's the oldest movie on my list is Lady in the Tramp. But,
what?
Oh yeah, everything else is newer than that on my list.
Oh man. I think Coco and Onward. Oh, never mind. That doesn't make any sense. I can't say they're the newest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, Cole, what was your number 9?
My number 9 is Sleeping Beauty.
That's a good one. That's a good choice.
Well, obviously Maleficent, so that ties in. Yeah, I like Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, for sure. I like that one. So
my number 8.
Number 8.
There's a huge jump between this. My number 8 is Oliver and Company.
Great movie. Great movie. Not on my list, but great movie.
Great choice, yo. Great choice.
Oliver and Company. That one, my 5-year-old Rue. We all know Rue now.
Rue.
Rue's the guy.
He'll sit there and you'll hear him go, ooh, 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 and he tries to sing it, but it's the only part he knows is that little part. So he just does that, but he does it in such a deep voice. It's ooh, ooh. Nice. You almost can't make what it is unless you know what it is. So my number 8 is Oliver and Company.
I love that one. That's a good one. My number 8, you might laugh at me. You might think I'm weird, but it's Frozen. I love Frozen. It's so good. Huh?
That's true. Solid.
I mean,
Frozen did not make my list.
Frozen, I mean, just the whole let it go, the shimmy walk. I mean, come on. Elsa. Let's go.
Frozen's a good one. I mean, it would have made my list if my list wasn't so jam-packed already. But Frozen, the first one, was a very good movie. Another beautiful story from start to finish.
The second one was really good, too. I thought the second one was not on my list, but I thought it was a really good movie, too.
The second one is very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
So what's your number 8, Cole?
My number 8 is Kung Fu Panda.
Hold on.
Whoa.
Hold on. Hit an e-break. What'd you just say?
Kung Fu Panda.
That's DreamWorks.
It's not Disney.
Ooh. Love you guys.
Where's the penalty flag? Where's the yellow flag? What?
That's all right. Kung Fu Panda.
Cut this part up. We're at 44:06.
No. It's good. It's all good. So pick another movie. Pick another Disney movie. You're good.
Okay, keep moving on.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
It's all good.
Oh, we found the highlight reel. That's the Patreon stuff. That was It's funny.
Brought to you by the Disney. Wait.
It's funny because you.
And you were so confident. The confidence was, I'm like, fuck this. I'm like, the confidence was like right there on point. I'm like, all right.
So me and Sean just had a conversation about that movie with another person that said that's their favorite Disney movie. Yeah, and I was like, wait.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Oh, that's great.
44 good job.
So,
solid choice.
Moving on, Big L. What is your number 7?
Yeah,
my number 7 is Hunchback of Notre Dame.
There you go.
So good.
So good.
Yes, and honestly, it's for the sub characters, the 3 gargoyles, and I always forget his name, the church dude, the mayor cat.
Yeah.
That is one of the evilest villains Disney has right there. Second to Dr. Facilier. Like, I mean,
there you go.
Hunchback of Notre Dame, like the story of it is really good. The songs are really good. And Topsy Turvy, you play that song anywhere, you're moving.
Nice, good one.
So good.
All right, my number 7 is the Minions.
Wait, the yellow people?
You.
Oh, okay.
So mean.
I'm just playing. My number 7.
We need a picture.
Really good though. Like I gotta give it to you. You were quick on that.
Yeah, I'm thinking. What's another non-Disney movie I can think really quick?
We need a picture with Will Smith and the Universal logo over his head, saying "Keep my movies out of your damn mouth."
My choice. My number 7 is Tangled.
Oh, that's a solid one. I didn't even think about that.
And this one just came in the past couple of years as well. It was another movie watching with my grandkids, and I'm like, this is good. And then they watch it again. I'm like, this is really good. You know, and it's the what's his name, Herbert or Eugene? The Eugene character is great. I think he's great, and his cockiness, his arrogance, and Tangled is not her name. Her name is Rapunzel, right? She's just kind of so. Is it okay to say dumb? Because she just has no idea that she's just locked in this room until she's 18. But
she gains knowledge.
Right, but she still doesn't realize she can just walk down the stairs out the front door until she's 18. So it took a long time to figure out that I could just go down the stairs. But I like it. It's a great movie. The song is great. The light song is one of my favorite Disney songs now. So
good.
Should do a music episode about music. That'd be great.
Oh, Disney songs.
Yeah.
Feed the Birds, number 1. You heard it here first.
Well, there you go. Okay, we don't need to worry about that show now. It's over. So we know how it ends.
I took care of it. It's done.
Cool.
Okay, what number are we on? 6?
7.
So my number 7 is Inside Out.
Oh,
never seen it. I haven't.
I can't tell if she's frozen or you're getting like a death look. One of the two, though.
You should watch it. It's a good movie.
We've had that discussion. I know. I need to watch
it.
That's the one.
Talk.
Yeah.
Good talk. Good talk.
Let me write that down. Watch that movie, Inside Out. Okay, so we're at number 6, Lou.
Yep, number 6. Number 6 for me is Peter Pan.
Yes.
That was one when I was younger. Nobody ever had the VHS of. No one did. Everyone had Robin Hood, Jungle Book, stuff like that. But Peter Pan, when I saw it, I was like, let's watch that. And I've always liked it. As I've gotten older, I haven't watched it as much. But Peter Pan, for me, is definitely in the top 10. And for me, it sits number 6 on my animated films.
There you go.
So good.
It's a good choice. My number 6 is Little Mermaid.
Oh, that was a good one.
It's the start of the Renaissance era with Michael Eisner bringing the company back. And it's just a good movie. It's fun. It's funny. Sebastian's great. Sebastian's interactions with the dad, I think, are hilarious. How he's always trying to cover for that. It's a good one.
And they did it really well, like underwater. And
I've been seeing this meme on like this Disney page I follow. Says, why didn't she just write a note to Eric saying that Ursula took her voice? Why didn't she just write him a note and just show it to him? Which is true. Why didn't she? It's a really good point.
Why didn't she write her name in the sand? There's a lot of things she could have done.
Yeah.
What about you,
Whatever.
Cole? Number 6.
Because it's the movies. My number 6 is Ratatouille.
That's a good one. That's a good movie. Why is that not on my list? I'm going to write it over here for my honorable mention. That's a good one, too.
There we go. You're
I know why
pausing,
it's
Miguel. What's your thoughts about
A movie's kind of boring.
what? Really?
Yeah. I don't find that. I don't find it fun at all. Like, it's just, Like, but then again, I've watched that movie like 500 times in pieces, and I think I've only actually watched it from start to finish like 3 or 4 times. So watching it the 3 or 4 times, I'm like, there was not much that I missed, and it really didn't hit with me. It was okay. For me, it reminded me of like a Pixar's rip of like The Great Mouse Detective.
Oh, wow. That's hard.
Damn.
We know. I feel you.
Okay.
It's still my number 6. It's still my number 6.
That's you're not going to take it away from her. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, we're at the halfway point right now. So my number 5, this is the one that's constantly overlooked, but my number 5 is Treasure Planet.
What?
Huh?
What?
You guys never seen Treasure Planet?
5?
Yeah.
I've
Dude,
seen it.
Treasure what?
Planet.
Treasure Planet. You guys have never seen Treasure Planet?
I've seen it, but number 5?
Yeah, dude, that was like they were like starting to use a lot of the 3D animation where it was like changing the whole like steampunk vibe. And then Mr. Arrow, the villain, like he's like a good guy, but he's bad. Like, dude, that movie had like that and Black Cauldron. I mean, Black Cauldron.
my
almost.
God.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yes, I'm aware of Treasure Planet, but I don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh, dude, it's a good one. You guys gotta watch it.
Black
The
Cauldron's on your
boy
list,
is
is
kind
it?
of cute.
No, but it was almost.
The boy's kind of cute.
He is. Look, he's kind of cute. Can you guys see? No.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not good at this.
It's not a good movie, but that's okay.
It is.
We all have our opinions. That's fine.
Yeah.
So, my number 5 is the Goofy movie.
Big surprise.
Which was
Just
recently
kidding.
added because I completely forgot about it. But Goofy
So
movie.
have you just been changing all your answers
No,
in this whole show?
That's the only one I changed. That's it.
Right.
I took out Toy Story and put in the Goofy movie. That was fair.
I mean, if you want to change Kung Fu Panda right now, we can.
4406. That's what's going to happen.
4406. Okay, perfect. It's going to be there still. It's going to be there tomorrow still, or on Thursday when this comes out.
No.
Oh, 4406.
4406.
Yeah, perfect.
406. Okay, my number 5 was Toy Story, which we already talked about.
Oh, there you go. Just
Yeah.
the first Toy Story?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Classic.
top 4.
My number 4, big surprise here. Robin Hood.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Robin Hood. Songs, the characters.
Best
I mean,
days.
the movie itself is just a good one.
That's fair. My number 4 is Moana. Moana, make way.
I love the grandma.
The grandma's the best. The grandma's so good.
I want to be a grandma like that.
The
Yeah.
grandma makes the movie. I
But
think
I'm already going to be a fairy godmother, so I just,
that's fair.
it'll depend. I'll have to see how life goes.
It's the same, yeah. All right, so Cole, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Snow White.
Okay. That's one of my
And it
honorable mentions.
basically goes back to like classic Walt days,
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
with film. Like I really liked the animation in it. I liked the Seven Dwarfs and how the like the character development in that,
Mhm.
and how I learned that like her bow isn't really red, and like her outfit like isn't really those colors. So that was
Right.
like really interesting. But yeah, solid 4. Snow White.
That was a
You
good
heard it
choice.
here.
Yeah, it is. You're so convincing with their answers. This is how it is. Book it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So before we go into our top 3, Sean, what are some honorable mentions that you were going to put on the list but did not make the list?
Snow White was one of them because for the same reason, because it was the one that started it all, Snow White. And then I had Ratatouille as one too because I enjoyed Ratatouille. I thought it was good. So yeah, those are mine.
What about you, Big L?
So for me, I had two. It was the Goofy movie and Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, Beauty and the Beast. Mine was Robin Hood. That was one that I thought about making my cut.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So good.
So good. So top
Beauty and the Beast is good. Top three.
Yeah.
Top three.
Go for it.
My number three is the wooden boy himself, Pinocchio, the animated feature, not the live action garbage.
Not the live action, okay.
Not the live action.
All right. Pinocchio, because it's Pinocchio. I know you like Pinocchio, huh, Alex?
Pinocchio is stressful as F.
It is, for sure. It's very
stressful. That movie stresses me out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, stop lying and obey, and all would be good. Like,
obey.
Yeah, just do better, Pinocchio.
But no, for me, the movie what makes that movie is all the sub characters: Gideon, Honest John, Stromboli, Jiminy Cricket. Those guys make the movie for me. Pinocchio, I enjoy, but those guys interacting with Pinocchio.
The Blue Fairy.
Yeah.
Blue Fairy is okay. I mean,
that's fine. It's not you who wants to be a fairy when you grow up. It's me. So that's right. Okay. Yeah.
All right. My number 3 is Beauty and the Beast.
Ooh.
And that goes back to my daughters, especially Jordan. Yeah, especially Jordy because she's the oldest, and that came out when she was really young. So that was that reason why. And we watched it all the time. You talk about wearing down a VHS tape. That was one of them for sure.
So good.
Yeah. Was I first? Oh yeah, it was my turn, right? Was it?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
So now we're on Cole's number 3.
The play is really good too of Beauty and the Beast. They did a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I didn't mind the live action. It was okay.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of live actions, but that's another show. I just don't like them. Yeah. My number 3 is Fantasia.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh, Fantasia's a good one if you split it up into pieces, but Fantasia up that high is pretty solid.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
My number 2, any guesses?
Black Cauldron?
No.
That's solid. Why is that so funny? Bambi?
Oh, what? No. No. That wimpy deer? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, damn.
My number 2 is Alice in Wonderland.
The gangster herself.
The OG princess.
You know you're number 1.
Yeah.
You do?
You do?
I know you're number 1.
Really?
I think I know it. My number 2 is Alice in Wonderland.
That's a good choice.
Solid.
We've already talked about mine. Mine was Coco.
My number 2 is Jungle Book.
There you go.
Number 2, huh?
Number 2.
That's pretty
number
up there.
2.
Yeah.
I grew up like that was like a fond memory.
Okay, I think I know Lewis is number 1 now too. You're not good at trying to freaking throw someone off, just so we're clear.
Jungle Book.
Duh.
Jungle Book is my number 1.
Once you said, "Oh, that's fair," and you're like trying to like look away, yeah, you're not good at that.
I can't play poker.
No. Yeah. Or do you want to?
I'm not a big fan of throwing away money unless it's at a buffet.
That's fair. Any guesses on what my number 1 is?
For animated, that's a tough one. I'm going to throw a wild one out there. I'm going to go Aladdin.
Okay. Cole, any guesses?
I don't. I'm kind of stumped and I'm embarrassed.
That's okay. It's Lion King.
Oh.
Yeah. Same reason. A lot of these movies go back to my kids. And The Lion King for me, my oldest daughter, Jordy, when we lived where used to live. You know, when that movie came out, they had the train that would like be really the special effects and show you techno or whatever. I would have to call the theater and make sure that the train wasn't going to be in the opening because it freaked her out. And then also when Scar slaps his foot down on the mouse at the beginning, she would always cry when that happened. So that's why Lion King is my favorite for memories of her. So
that's very cute.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, here I am, self-centered. I went with Jungle Book about myself. That's Sean bringing in with the Academy Award right there.
Yeah,
that was solid. So, do we want to hit one more cavity?
Wait, we haven't done Nicole's number one, and I can't think of what it was. My
bad.
I'm kind of stumped too.
Yeah, the gun fingers are out. What? Bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bang. Number
it's Mary
one.
Poppins.
It's not animated.
Yeah, it's not animated.
I asked you earlier. I said, is that Mary Poppins live? Or you said it was a live action.
Okay, well then it would be Bambi.
That's 2 edits that we need to do.
No, 1 hour and 40 seconds.
Yeah.
No, that's all right.
I don't know that I'm cut out for this.
It kind of is, and that's what.
I feel really stressed.
And I wasn't sure because it is kind of
animation in it.
It is. Okay. Lilith, should we take a vote and give it to her?
I mean, I can see where the animation part come in, so I'm fair on that.
We're gonna vote. We're gonna allow it.
1 hour, 1 minute, 7 seconds.
Okay.
Big L's approval.
Okay. So yeah, her number one is Mary Poppins.
Do we want to go one more category and split this into a part 2, or do we want to stop here and split it into a part 2?
No, let's do one more.
All right, which one? I'm gonna leave it up to you guys.
Can we do rides? Because I'm excited about. I'm excited to hear what your guys' rides are. Then
attractions.
And then we have events, collectibles, and live action movies we could do on the.
That's so fun.
The other episode.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll do a part 2 to this.
Cole, what do you want to do? Are you okay with that with rides? Nicole, are you okay with doing rides? Okay. I can barely hear you. I think your hair is on your.
Well, if you want, and then I started off the animation. Cole started off the character stuff. Sean, if you want to start us off for attractions,
I will. So my number 10 is Rise of the Resistance.
Oh,
I like it.
That's a heavy hitter, number 10.
I like it, but it's not one of my favorites. I'm not gonna lie. It's cool. It's cool.
Can you hear me better?
Yeah.
Yeah. So real quick, before we go, for me, it was really hard for this list because I didn't want to include attractions I haven't rode. So I was really bound by DCA and Disneyland.
All mine are DC and Disneyland. All mine.
Yeah, that was like a personal choice for me, but I was like, gosh, this is really hard.
I want to be stuff I've actually rode, so I do all stuff that I've done. So Cole, what's your number 9 and number 10?
My number 10 is People Mover.
And that's honorable mention. That was one of my honorable mentions for sure. I'm like, put it on there because it's a solid,
People Mover.
People Mover's so basic.
I know you're too young, Big Owl.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I've been on it virtually in Florida through YouTube.
You're more a rocket rod kind of guy, but
I'm not a rocket rods kind of guy. At a young age, I knew that ride sucked.
Right. Well, we were older and we still knew it sucked.
Solid.
So my number 10 is Indiana.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones.
Yes.
That's a good one.
It would have been higher, but I feel like the last 10 years, it just kind of seems to be dwindling down. So that's why it's barely made the list. But if it was in its prime, it would have been probably top 5. But right now, it's sitting at number 10.
That's not on your top 10, Cole? Really?
It was really hard for me because I am easily mesmerized by all Walt Disney rides. This was really hard.
Yeah.
And my favorite is Indiana Jones front left side. I love that ride. I giggle and giggle and giggle, and it's so fun, but it did not make. Not that I do not love all the rides that did not make my list, but it did not.
So what is yours was People Mover, right? And then
Yeah.
Lewis is okay. So number 9 now. And number 9 is this is special maybe because it's me and Lewis. We rode this together, and we crashed the Millennium Falcon, and we're terrible pilots. We got a 12. We're that bad. So Smuggler's Run is my number 9. So much fun. I mean, that was probably
I'm
most
so
fun.
surprised those 2 rides made your top 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly, that wouldn't have if it wasn't for the last time we were all there, because I had so much fun on that with. I know Lewis is number 1. I don't even have to. I mean, I can. We if we don't know that, then. But I know it's number 1. I guarantee you. I know it.
I'm gonna change it real quick just in case.
Better not. But yeah, just because the last time we were on together, we were all on it.
It was
sucked.
so good. It's so fun yelling at each other and getting all worked up.
Yeah, we're yelling at. So I was a pilot. Lewis was a pilot. Joey was he an engineer or was he a gunner?
No, me and Joey, I think, were gunners.
And Brianna was the engineer, right?
Yeah. Or no,
And,
me and Brianna were engineers.
yeah.
Joey and
I don't think there was another person. It was just the 5 of us, wasn't it?
no,
We
we
had a
filled
kid.
the whole.
Did we have a kid with us or something? And we felt bad because we sucked. Who was the 6th person?
I don't remember. I thought we had. Did we have Amber with us? No, because we would have had
No.
Jade.
Yeah, no.
Was Brianna on it with us? I think we hit that first, didn't we?
Was she on
Let me
with
look
us?
at the picture.
Or
I
was
took a
Joey
picture
not
of it.
there? Because Joey left a little earlier. Was Joey not there with us?
I just know we sucked.
I have a picture.
I just know we sucked at it. So, yeah, that was my number.
So fun though.
My number 9 was Smuggler's Run. What's your number 9, Nicole?
My number 9 is Small World. When I get tired and I need a break,
Mm-hmm.
it brings me joy to sit there. Sometimes I close my eyes. I love the Hula Girl.
Right, I know.
love
Yeah.
the cow and stuff because it's corn and I live in Corn Town. And I love the big sun. The big sun
Yes.
is my favorite part of the whole ride. I love all the culture. I
Mhm.
love the story behind Mary Blair. I love maybe I should have made this like my number 1 now that I'm talking about it.
Yeah.
I really loved it. It's a very strong ride for history. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you, Lewis?
My number 9, and this
Number
is a
8.
hard one.
Wait,
My wife
number
was
9.
even
Oh, no, this is 9. Yeah, sorry.
My wife was even surprised that I had this so high because I had her look at it. I was like, "Does this seem right for what I go on?" She's like, "Oh, this one doesn't make sense." So my number 9 is Alice in Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but you have this Alice theme going on this time.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
I'm very predictable. I don't go far outside the box. But except for live actions. Live actions, I'm really gonna throw you guys through a loop. But yeah, Alice, I love that ride. I wish they would enclose that top part because it's a bunch of dead, wasted space and add more. But I like Alice. It has that up and down feel. And not only that, it's one of my daughter's favorite rides. So we hit that almost every single time we go.
So it
Perfect.
was Brianna and Joey, and then Sean and Big L, and then me, and there was nobody, I don't think,
Okay.
in the other engineer spot.
And we still got 12. And they told us we were terrible, basically.
And you guys
12
still
games.
sucked.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yeah.
Let's make it a goal next time to get an even lower score.
Okay. That'll be
Okay,
fun.
fair.
Yeah.
So we're on number 8.
Number 8.
My number 8 is the monorail.
Oh, that's a good one. I didn't even think about that as a ride.
It is.
I know it is, but I didn't think of it as a ride.
And for different reasons. Imagineering story when, Walt tells Bob Gurr, build this, and then Bob Gurr has to figure out how to build it. So, and it's just cool. And then the story, you guys know the story of opening day of that when the vice president was on it.
Mhm.
And they went around twice because his secret service freaked out. But Monorail's my number 8. Fun stuff.
Oh,
That's solid.
That's one of my
Number
unmentionables list because I didn't
Yeah.
get that one.
That's solid. My number 8 is Skyway.
There you go. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
The Skyway
I
buckets.
was really sad as a little kid when they took that out.
Yeah. That's one of my honorable mentions for sure. That was like right there. I was going back and forth with that one and my next one. But,
I loved seeing Disney from,
yeah.
and it would be even better now because it's so much more built up. But,
oh yeah, it would be so. I wish they'd bring it back somehow. You know. But,
yeah. No, I agree.
My number 7. No, we're on 8. I lied. My number 8 was Peter Pan.
There you go.
I enjoy
one
the
of my
Peter Pan
honorable
ride.
mentions.
I enjoy the Peter Pan ride. I hate the Peter Pan line.
Yeah,
It's the
you got to
worst.
like rope drop and go straight to Fantasyland.
And even then, you got to punch a few people out just to get it closer.
Yeah.
'cause it's,
Yeah, no shame.
Well, so-
You do you,
Yeah.
boo.
For
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
do it. Yeah.
All right. So we're at number 7, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. My number 7 is the storybook canal boats. I absolutely love that. I love that idea. It's so fun to see the
Miniatures.
little miniatures. So cool. I absolutely love that.
That's a solid. I would have thought Small World more so than the others. Where did Big L go?
He just took off on us. So
I know.
I
look
guess
at
we have to
Big.
just sit here and talk a little bit. So yeah, storybook. And I was going through all the stuff in Fantasyland. I'm like, Snow White, no.
I like
Pinocchio,
Snow White, the new
no.
one. I like what they
Yeah,
did.
the new Snow White's cool.
Mhm.
Mr. Toad was like right there, even though it was like so basic and kind of boring. But it's just like you said, a lot of it is history. You know.
I love all those dark rides. None of the dark rides made it on my
No.
list.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about Small World. So when you said that,
Oh.
I'm like, oh crap! How would you not
Yeah.
pick Small World? Because
Yeah.
I love Small World. So that I
Yeah.
completely spaced on that when I was making my list. So I'm kind of mad at
Solid.
myself for that. So I probably would have replaced Smuggler's Run or Rise of Resistance with Small World if I would have actually thought about it when I was doing
Yeah.
this.
It's
So-
funny how you forget things when you're
and
going
it's
like
that big of a
Fairy
thing.
Godmother or
Yeah. So that's it. So Storybook Canal, I just think they're cool.
yeah. Solid. So good.
So
Is it my turn?
Yeah, number 7.
So my number 7 is the train.
That's my number 6. The Disney
Oh.
Railroad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you have the train on there, Big
I
Al?
do.
I didn't. I looked at that as all like transportation. I didn't look at it as like attractions. And
Oh, that's number 1 ride you get on when you get there.
I'm
Normally.
beating myself
Yeah.
up over those
Yeah.
because those are key ones, and I didn't
Yeah.
put them on my list at all.
You hop on, take that
Sure.
Grand Circle tour, get back off on Main Street, and then head up Main Street. And you get the whole park in there. and
Yeah,
then
you
go
just
from
kind of
there.
let your heart rate
Yeah.
go down a little bit. Yeah.
That weekend, the D23 weekend, I did the sweeper train. And
For like
I
7 times.
No, yeah, the
Just kidding.
sweeper train when it's the last route before there's no getting off, just getting on. It's so cool because back behind Toontown and Small World, you got like in that back little area where the parade comes out, where you cross over.
Okay.
You see all the nighttime cranes, all the nighttime trucks, all of them getting ready to flood out into the parade route to clean up and so that. And,
Yeah.
and I'm a sucker for behind the scenes, and to see
Oh, yeah.
that was
Me too.
sick. Yeah,
So good.
Yeah, for sure.
but no,
Brown
trains didn't make it.
activated, or the muffin has been activated.
Yeah.
There you go. So what was your number 7, right, Luke? We're on 7?
Yep, my number 7.
Okay.
My number 7 is the Incredicoaster.
This was another one. This was another one
So
I
that
had
was
on here.
another one I struggled with that
I had it on
wanted
here
to make
twice.
my list.
I took it off twice. I had it on here. I took it
Yeah.
off actually.
That ride, I was terrified. I was not a big roller coaster enthusiast until I rode that
Agreed.
ride.
Mm-hmm.
And then me and a buddy of mine, it was me, him, my wife, and his girlfriend, and we rigged the system. So we got the Fast Pass, the OG ones. The line was super dead, so we jumped in line, didn't use our Fast Pass. We got the Rider Switch Pass for our wives. They didn't want to go, so we rode it again. Then we used the Fast Pass to jump the line, even though it wasn't that long. jumped the line, and when we were in Fast Pass, we got rider switch passes knowing they didn't want to ride it. So we rode it like 4 times back to back, and it was the most epic hour and a half of my life in DCA.
That's fun. So are you in Credit Coaster or are you more California Screaming?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's tough. If I'm really going to be honest with myself, it's California Screaming. I think that soundtrack really hits it.
Mm-hmm.
And Credit Coaster's cool, but it's a sloppy makeover for a cover up. But I mean, I'm California Screaming.
Right. I think, did we lose Cole?
I'm not sure. It says she's there, but she's got no screen.
Yeah. That's weird. Cole, are you there? I wonder if her computer died. Because it just kind of circled out and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said, I'm coming, my laptop died.
So 10-4.
So we can talk for a second. My number 6 was the Disneyland Railroad, like her number 7. But I was number 1, right? I was number 1 spot.
Yeah, you're starter.
Right.
You're lead.
Okay, so yeah, Disneyland Railroad, which obviously the history of railroads with Walt Disney, the fact that he loved railroads and that he had the Carolwood Express that he had in his yard that Sam talked about on Extra Magic Hour. And like I said, it's just a cool thing to get there. You try to do that a lot. You get there, you hop on there, take that circle tour, soak it all in, then get off. Then you walk up Main Street. It's just a little bit different way to do things, and we're just wasting time for her to come back on. So if you want, while we're wasting time, we can actually listen to about our sponsor getaway today, which is about 2 minutes, which will give her some time to come on. So let's take a quick second, and we'll come right back after our getaway today spot. Check them out because they're awesome.
Well, hello, and welcome to Let's Get to Know Our Sponsor. Getaway Today has been helping Disney vacation dreams come true since 1990. Whether you choose to visit the happiest place on earth or travel to Orlando and beyond, they want to help you. Need to know the best hotel in the area? What theme park ticket should you buy? Have a last-minute change? No worries. Their travel experts are always here to help. Want to book a cruise and don't know where to start? Hey, they can help with that too. They will help you find the perfect cruise for your vacation, whether it is your first time or you're a well-seasoned cruiser. When you book your cruise with one of the Getaway Today's experts, you will have a dedicated agent to help you every step of the way. They take care of the details so you can have the most fun. Getaway Today has layaway, peace of mind travel, allowing you to cancel or make changes up to 72 hours in advance. You will always have the most up-to-date vacation information, both pre-arrival and upon your welcome. Getaway Today will guarantee the best prices with no hidden fees. And every time you book through Getaway Today, they will donate a portion back to a charitable organization in your area. And so far, over $4.5 million has been donated. So click the link in our show notes to start your Disney vacation planning for more information and the best deals. Tell them Walt's Apartment sent you. And until next time, enjoy the view from Walt's Apartment.
Lewis, what's your favorite part of that?
Orlando and beyond. That right there is epic. Like, we did that on bumper stickers, T-shirts. Like Getaway Today needs that as their slogan.
Orlando and beyond.
Yeah, and then I love how like at the end of it, it's a little perkiness. Like, tell them Walt's Apartment sent you. Like a little. There you go.
So before I was rudely cut off, I wanted to add something about Credit Coaster.
Mm-hmm.
I have yet to open my eyes on like the loop, and it wasn't until maybe last March I think maybe last March when I was there for Emma's comp, that I opened my eyes like going up, like when you come around and then you go up, like I couldn't. I would get vertigo. It was just like too much. But yeah, I've yet to open my eyes. One time I opened it a little too early as we were descending, and I was like, I cannot see that. Yeah, but that's not cool.
So I have a feeling that I just did my number. Well, my number 6 was Disneyland Railroad, but I have a feeling that these top 5 up here, we're gonna have a lot of stuff that's gonna sync up with each other. I mean, knowing us, I feel like we're gonna sync up here. So Cole, what was your number 6?
I have 3 that you guys will not have on your list.
Oh,
I thought you were gonna say I have 3 number 6s. I was like, that's not good.
Oh yeah, no.
yeah, to them.
So my number 6 is the Winnie the Pooh ride.
No, God.
Yeah, I know. Emma loves that ride. She likes to go when she needs a break.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the bees buzzing, and I love the heffalumps because I'm called heffalump. And then we go and get a Rice Krispie treat and ask her, and a cinnamon churro toffee, and it's just magnificent.
And I ruined that ride for her daughter.
Yes, but
You did.
that's for another show.
It is.
You know what the nickname is for that ride, right?
Mm-mm.
It's Baby Indiana.
Oh,
That's funny. That's good. That's good. Wait, our
that's so
order
good.
got messed up, so I'm going to get confused in our order here. Let's do this so I don't get confused. Okay, so Lewis, your number 6.
My number 6 is Guardians of the Galaxy.
That is my number 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
it almost went. So
Yeah.
I hate that ride, but I love that ride. So
Cole's
like,
a big fan of it.
when it was a Tower of Terror, so I as we all know now by this point, very bad anxiety. So I went in there, I watched a little video, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I can't do this. I don't want to disappear.
That's stressful.
Exit,
Yeah.
exit, yo, exit.
So we went all the way to the front of the line, and the guy's like, how many? My wife and my sister-in-law look back at me. They're like, just 2. At exit. And so then when it was Guardians, I went in there and I'm watching the rocket video. I'm like, dude, this is epic. I'm like blindsided. I'm about to be going up and down. I get on it and I drop every cuss word I absolutely can. And I'm squeezing those handles. I end up apologizing to the dad and the little kid in front of me. I was like, hey, I'm so sorry about all those cuss words. And they're like, no, it's okay. It's okay. Then my wife, for our anniversary, we went to Disneyland. We got the Genie Plus, so we hopped in line, and it was dead, so we hopped in line again. So we did it twice back to back. And after the second time, I was like, oh, I love this ride. I can do this all day.
That's so much
But
fun.
I cannot do that ride letting go of the handles. You're out of your mind.
No, I'm the same way. You have to hold on no matter what. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do the whole free fall.
I hate that ride.
Have you ever been on it?
I rode it once.
Okay.
Tell if you're going up or down.
Yeah.
My guts, insides, my innards, as my dad would say, my innards, I get confused.
Yeah, for sure.
So confused. And I can't tell. I'm like, are we going up or are we going down?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like, I didn't know you could lose your stomach going both ways.
Right.
But you can. That's
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
number
so I
6 is
hold all the
my
stuff.
Guardians.
So we're in our top 5, right?
Top 5, halfway.
Top 5, halfway there. My top 5 is the in-house chiropractic system for Disneyland. The Matterhorn.
Yes.
Number 5. Yeah. Because it's cool. Matterhorn's fun and it hurts your back and it's a good time. And it's the first tubular roller coaster ever created by the one and only Bob Gurr as well. Great stuff.
And
No,
the
it's not
views
Matterhorn?
are so good.
Matterhorn's is one of my 2 honorable mentions.
Man.
I love
Yeah,
it. I
same.
love the history, all that. But that ride jacks me up. I'm like, dude, I'm not getting on you. But the history of it, that's why it's honorable mentions for me. But no, it's not on my list.
Cole, what's your number 5?
So my number 5 is the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train in Walt Disney World.
Because you've been there. That's cool.
It's very similar to Big Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Neither one, you've never been,
No.
and have you before?
No.
Okay, so it's like I said, it's very similar to Big Thunder, but if you like move with it, like your thing rocks, your little thing.
Yeah.
And so that makes it way more fun. And there's a lot of cool, like Snow White animatronics. They actually took from the Snow White ride. And when they updated it, and it's cool. So great music. So I picked that one. I really like it.
Okay, perfect. How about you, Lewis? It's your number 5.
My number 5, we're probably no surprise here, is Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Roger Rabbit.
That's fun.
I love that ride. It's a little hidden gem back there.
Yeah, that's good. So top 4, right? Can I go first?
Yeah.
Okay, so my number 4 is a Haunted Mansion.
All right, penalty.
Why?
Version 1 or 2?
What do you mean? Holiday or regular?
Mm-hmm.
Regular.
Because I got Haunted Mansion Holiday as my number 3.
Okay.
I have Haunted Mansion Holiday as my number 4. No, wait.
Okay.
Yeah, as my number 4. The Holiday.
But you both like the Holiday over the regular one?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
I love to see Zero at the end of the hallway, and he's got that big pile of bones.
That is great. And I like Oogie Boogie at the end of that. So that's tough to pick one or the other. But, yeah, I'd still say the original.
Haunted Mansion OG is really good. I just think it needs a facelift. I mean, they did that one a few years ago, but some of the things in there, they can upgrade the technology where it's still cool looking and still plays homage to it. But some of the effects in there are so past their prime that they can do the same thing, still make it look really beautiful. But I don't like how some scenes you go in there, all you hear is like actuators moving, and it's like, that sucks.
I think that makes that's what I like about it. I think because it brings back the history of, you're talking about like the graveyard. We hear the
some of the graveyard, some of that. I love that when they added the Hatbox Ghost, he was like the perfect touch of not terrorizing it, but adding a little bit of flavor. So like, there's just some things, but overall, it's a 51-49 for me. Like, if either way, Haunted Mansion, I'm still down.
Perfect. Yeah, the Holiday, my favorite part of that well, obviously Zero at the end of the hallway, but in the dining room with them dancing and the big tree and the smell of gingerbread. So good.
Yes.
All right.
So my number 4.
Yeah.
I think this is some people's number 1.
Yeah.
Is Pirates.
That's my number 1.
Pirates of the Caribbean is my number 4.
Yeah.
That's my number 3 as well.
Here we go. We're getting some tanglements.
Yeah. Here
Bring
we
out
go.
the red tangle. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pirates would have been up there a little bit higher. Haunted Mansion Holiday just ended, so it's a little fresh for me. So that's why it's number 3. But give it another week or two, and Pirates will probably be number 3, and Haunted Mansion Holiday be number 4. Yeah. So those two are the hardest ones. But for me, my number 4 is Pirates.
Yeah. Well, that's my number 1. So.
Yeah. Wait, how did I get confused? How I'm off in my numbers?
We're about to go number 3s.
Yeah. So my number 3.
So I have 2 left. So I think I was marking down other people as we were going.
My number 3 was Mission Breakout. We already discussed that. So Guardians of the Galaxy, Mission Breakout. What was your number 3?
Horrible.
Yes, I know.
I'm already at my top 2, so I messed up somewhere.
Okay. So Lewis, what was your number 3?
My number 3 is the Haunted Mansion overlay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Solid.
So now we're at our top 2.
Top 2, but we skipped the step. Honorable mentions, top 3. Let's look at top 3. Honorable mentions that did not make your list. Mine is Small World and Matterhorn.
Yeah, mine's Small World because I would have put on it. When you got up, Lewis, I told Nicole I actually completely forgot about it. So mine would be Small World and the Skyway.
Yeah, so good. Matterhorn, I definitely pondered and would have liked to have added, and I would have liked to have added Peter Pan or even Snow White. Like, I really like what they did with Snow White, and that's I really like the classic dark ride. And it seems like I'm always wanting to rope drop and head to Fantasyland for Peter Pan.
I'd probably throw Cars in there as an honorable mention.
Cars.
Yeah.
Solid. Yeah, solid.
What you, Lou?
Especially at nighttime or
For sure.
at sunset.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lou, how about you?
My honorable mentions would be Small World and Matterhorn. I didn't even think about Cars Land or Marvel Land. I didn't even go down that area. I like the Cars ride, I really do. But for me, there's just something that ride. It doesn't have nostalgia to it. It doesn't have I could ride it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
But if I'm in the park and I ride it that morning or that day, I easily forget that I rode it. Some rides I don't forget that I rode it. And that one I get off and I'm like, it was fun, but I don't really have anything to take away from it. Especially since the racing part isn't really, I don't want to say obviously not racing, but since it's very automated and you don't really dip, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
so
that's fair.
We're on top 3 or top 2 now?
You're number
Top
2.
Okay, so I think my number 2 is Nicole's number 1. It's Big Thunder Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
My number 2 is Big Thunder Mountain.
Yeah.
And that's my number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
And then my number 1 is Pirates. And then, so all we need to know is Lewis's number 1, which, Nicole, let's think if we can guess this. Look at Lewis down there. Look at him.
I can't even keep a straight face. I know you know it.
No, I really don't. I'm kind of. I'm gonna say Jungle Cruise. Nicole,
I actually thought that it was Big Thunder when we talked when we were at the park.
Are either one of us right?
No,
his Big Thunder's number 2, but we don't know my number 2 yet.
Oh, that's right. Shit, sorry.
What's your number 2?
Okay, keep going. We're talking about you.
I'm trying to guess his number 1.
Yeah, but we're still on your number 2 then.
Yeah.
My number 2 is Goofy's Sky School.
Oh God.
I hate and love that ride all the same time.
Dude, the last time I rode it with Joey was epic.
No, that was probably one of the most fun times I've ever had. You heard Joey shit down the going down the thing.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And then I think me and Nicole and Brianna, rode that, right? That ride. I agree with you. How did I miss that one too? It's so much fun, but it's so stupid and scary.
Okay, so going back to, is it Autopia?
What, my number 1?
Yeah.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna now we gotta keep guessing here. Is it Rise of the Resistance?
Nope.
Space
Mountain. No one said Space Mountain.
No.
My number 1 is Splash Mountain.
Oh
yes!
remember.
What
God.
the heck? We all knew that.
We all knew that, and then it just completely slipped my mind. Yeah.
Totally knew that. Oh my gosh. I already forgot about that ride.
I didn't go on Splash Mountain for my kids like the last 4 times we went, but Lewis, let's go on. I'm like, okay, let's go on. And it got completely soaked.
That is my jam.
We failed Big L on that because we all knew that.
I'm sorry, Lewis.
It's all good, dude. That's my jam.
Yeah, that is your jam.
We failed you. Sorry about that.
This was fun, and we have a lot more categories, but we've been going for an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. An hour and a half.
What are we going to forget about? You're going to take out 4406.
No, I'm not. That was great. That was great audio podcast content.
Yes, that's that WDW stuff right there.
You went there.
Oh man. But yeah, this was great. So this was Cole. Thanks for joining us. Will you join us for the other 3 categories in a couple weeks?
So we have live action, collectibles, and events.
Yeah, I think we should come up with another one.
Well, you guys have touched on my secret one for you that I was going to throw in the fly, and it's top 10 Disney songs. So,
oh God, I love that.
It's songs of Disney.
That
is top 10. And that was going to be the secret one off the top of the head. Really put you guys through like a stress test, and let me hear how fast you come with a 10 list without writing it down, without thinking about it and stuff like that.
I'd rather
good.
Have the time to sit and think about it. So are we doing it? We're doing it next time, right?
Yeah, we'll put off the next show.
Yeah, because my pits are a little sweaty thinking about having to do it on the fly.
So our next show, let's see, let me pull up the list of where we would be at. All right, so we're obviously top 10. Our next show would have been, and this was another show we're going to probably reach out to Cole to join on, was the little big things in Disneyland. Discussing mailboxes, signs, trash cans, smells, and the little things that play a big part. So we'll push that one out a week to bring you part 2 of the Disney 100 top 10s. And then our following show after that is Flipping Flippers, discussing the good and the bad in flipping Disney merch and collectibles.
Ooh.
This
That's
cool.
heated.
I love this show. This is awesome.
And then for Little Big Things in Disneyland, we may have a special guest. Once I get the details on that, I will let you guys know. And for Flipping Flippers, I have reached out to 2 people. One that does flip Disney merch as a living, one that purchases Disney flip merch as like a hobby, to get their points in view, because obviously some people have made it as a living. Some people do it to really just abuse the system. There are goods and bads in both, and I really want to really deep dive why people do it, why people think it's bad, why people think it's good, but really what is Disney, what do we assume Disney thinks of it? And so that's that episode. But all of those will be pushed 1 week, so we can bring you part 2 of Disney 100's top 10s with myself, Sean, and Cole.
Yeah.
Yes.
Take us home, Louis. Take us home.
And with that, like always, we hope you enjoy the deep dive discussions and the views from Main Street.